Hello, YouTubers. Infonator1 here to explain why I believe that Jesus Christ is actually the greatest deception Satan has ever played on mankind. Along with the other, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 other gods that he's impersonated to control the minds of the people. You have to understand that Satan understands psychology. Jesus Christ would be the last person you'd think to be Satan, but yet the most subtle, the best hand Satan would ever have to trick the human race, basically to bring us into the millennium and have it smooth rolling. I mean, without any resistance. Everybody's going to follow Jesus, and they're not going to resist. Oh, maybe a few here and there, but moreover, people will basically follow because they're sheeple. The whole operating system of Satan is deception, and you have to realize this falls perfectly within his rules, not within our rules, because we have a limiting belief system. We can't fathom these things, but there are a lot of things that I have problems with. I want to know why, if the Bible says Satan rules this earth, and he rules it, I believe, through the kings and queens, presidents and czars and prime ministers. If he controls this earth through his seed, which we can read in the book of Enoch, how he seeded the earth, we can come to the conclusion that it's not a lie. He controls the earth. And Jesus Christ did not refute this. And basically, why would he let Jesus steal his glory? Why would churches all over the world every day on the radio, just go through any radio, talk radio or shortwave, and that's all you'll be hearing is Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus everywhere. You cannot be saved without Jesus. I'd hate to think of all of the people that didn't hear about Jesus because they're in hell, basically, if you believe that stuff. But what I'm trying to say is that Satan controls the churches through the 501c3 tax exemption. If he wanted, and let's be honest, he could tell him to stop talking about Jesus. I can't get that part. I just don't get it. There are so many things that are pagan in Christianity and the pagan religions. They're identical. There really isn't any difference. Everything is carried over. All the terminology in the Bible, the main words like God, Lord, and other key words are all pagan. They're all derived from pagan. There are literally, I don't know how many points I have that I don't understand. At first, I don't understand why God is going to give over all the power to Jesus, and it's going to be here on earth. Supposedly, people aren't even going to be dead, and if they're not dead, you're supposed to be. You're supposed to have passed on and be a spirit. You can't be physical in the this afterlife. The cube that's going to come down onto Israel is I know people won't believe this, but if you look into what the cube really is, like the jukebox, like the Rubik's Cube, like the Hellraiser Cube, like the Borg Cube. I mean, the Borgs have it right on. You will all be assimilated. We are assimilated through this world. The things we perceive, they're lies. We have to realize that it's all false, what we believe it to be. In Revelations, heaven was described as a cube 1,500 miles tall by 1,500 miles wide. Now, this is not heaven. This is actually hell. There are other descriptions in the Bible that call it the netherworld. And this is where demons so vile They could not be let loose upon this earth. Because they were, but they were put into this holding chamber so that they wouldn't destroy mankind, because they were of such destructive force that they would basically kill too many people too quickly. So they were put in the netherworld. This netherworld does come across an elliptical orbit around to our planet every 3,000 years, and they're pretty close to coming around. I guess it's 1 year or 2 year away, and I believe they're going to try to transfer them into this dimension or pull them in with the hadron colliders. Well, the hadron colliders make the fuel for the whatever they're using, like a tractor beam. They're basically making antimatter. So look to see this really happening. They're going to use the blue beam project as well to fool everybody when they see this in the sky when Jesus Christ is coming. All this, it's all deception. There's not going to be a second coming. I don't know if God's going to intervene, the real God. I imagine this could be a real intervention, but everything we've received in the way of the Bible is controlled by Satan. It's very complex. I mean, I could sit and explain to you line by line, but it would take quite a while. I mean, it would take a long time. I don't know how long it would take, but it would be hours and hours and hours and hours. So I'll leave it at that. You don't have to believe me. I don't want you to try to change me, because I've studied this. I mean, I have studied it thoroughly. This is nothing that I've told you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I have so much information. I'm just not organized right now. I'll start breaking it down later. Maybe people will get it. I don't know. Just don't try to convince me otherwise, because I know what I'm talking about. It's, why should I believe you? You should believe me. I've done the homework. You haven't. You haven't seen the other side of the coin. I have. I've studied both sides of the coin. And maybe you don't know me, you don't respect me. I don't care. I really don't. I'm here to try to help you. But if you don't want to, see things for what they really are, then I can't help you.